Last week we were talking about the creation, how the creation happens, creation of the world, how it happened. And now the beginning was done with last week. So here today is the important topic which will come up. Last week we saw that how Brahma got Maya, and from Maya there are three gunas, Rajas, Tamas and Sattva. Then from there are the five elements, and from five elements we got senses. All senses, they are coming from different level. How they move forward, like from space, sattvic part or the shining aspect of space, Akash, what we got? We got the power of listening. And from the sattvic part, the shining part of air, Vayu, what we got? The feeling of touch, skin. And from Agni, sattvic part of fire, what we got? The power of seeing. And then from the sattvic part of water, the element, what we got? The taste, tongue. And from the sattvic part of the prithvi, what we received? Smell. Then thereafter, today the more important aspect we are talking about the from five elements, sattvic part, Antahakaran is produced. What is that Antahakaran? Let us now try to see the ninth shloka. Ninth shloka, what it says, it is now on your screen. Etesham panchah tattvanam samishte satvikansha manobuddhyankara chittanantah कारण भूतान, इन पांचों तत्वों के सात्विक अंश से मन, बुद्धि, चित्त और अहंकार रूपी अंतःकरण पैदा होते हैं. Now we see the English translation of this shloka. Antahakaran, inner instruments or inner powers, comprising of mana, manas, mind, buddhi, intellect, chitta, higher mind, and ahankar, evolved from sattvic ansh, the shining aspect of substantial part of sattvic part of all the five tattva, five elements. This is antahakaran. How antahakaran is developed, it is explained in shloka number 9. As I explained before, we got here the two words. One word is very important, antahakarana. What is antahakarana? Let us try to see. The two words are there in Sanskrit here. Antaha means inner. Karana means instruments. So here antahakaran, inner instruments. This is such a beautiful word given in Sanskrit for us. So antahakarana, then we also have bahya karana, means external instruments. Now bahya karana are our external senses. So antahakarana are our inner senses. So how inner senses are produced, developed or evolved, are coming into the existence, these are coming out from sattvic ansha, or the shining side of all five elements. From the sattvic ansha of five elements, we are receiving these four internal Instruments or four internal senses. So what are these four internal senses? They are saying mana, buddhi, chitta and ahamkara. These four. So elements are clear from Brahma. Brahma is the Maya, then Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. Then from there we are receiving all the five elements, and from elements, one part, Sattvic part, we receive the senses. Each element is giving the senses. Now from all the five senses together, from all the five senses together, inner instruments are developed. Now next question is coming. In shloka number 10, the definition of mind is given here. Many times in yoga sessions, yoga therapy sessions, this question is asked, what is mind? Even I am asking many times, what is mind? So here it is given definition. Let us see what in shloka number 10 in Sanskrit. Sankalpa vikalpa atmaka manah. मन संकल्पात्मक और विकल्पात्मक होता है. Intention or doubt is the nature of mind. Now what is sankalp and vikalp? These are two very important words given here in Sanskrit. Let us try to understand it more clearly. What is the meaning of sankalpa? So sankalpa is like a resolution. This is a resolution. Sometimes we call it resolution. Sometimes we call wish, or sometimes we say conviction, sometimes purpose, sometimes volitation, sometimes personalized, sometimes woe, Solomon, purpose, desire. These are all different meaning of one word, sankalpa. So these things are, whenever they are coming to you, that means it is the mind, it is the man. Mind is only, that's another challenge. We are going to use the word here man, manas. So let us see what is sankalpa here. Sankalpa means number one, purpose. Number two, persuasion. These are the different meanings we can feel like. Manas, sentiments, desires, Solomon, woe, determination to perform something, that is also sankalpa. Conviction, declaration, desire, intention, wish, these are all into the word will, thought. These all are the different meaning of one Sanskrit word, sankalpa. You note down all these words, they are very interesting. Then another word here, what we have, the another word in this shloka, Vikalpa. Now what is Vikalpa? Vikalpa is the opposite of Sankalpa. And now what are the meaning of the, many meanings will come in Vikalpa. Thinking is Vikalpa, variety, statement, then irresolution. When means you did the resolution, now you are going reverse of the resolution. Sankalp is decision, Vikalp is indecision. Imagination is Vikalp. Hesitation is Vikalpa. Imagination is the word which we also used. We used it in five modification of mana, chitta, in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. So here the Vikalpa, imagination. Then doubt is Vikalpa, diversity, difference. These are all the different meaning of Vikalpa. Then fancy, something false notion. False notion is also Vikalpa, variation. So these all are the words what we call Vikalpa. So Sankalp and Vikalpa, which is done, that is called manas. Is it clear now? So now we go to the, after After knowing the mind, man, we are going to the second one. What is buddhi? Huh? निश्चयात्मक का बुद्धि ही बुद्धि निश्चय करने की निर्णय करने की क्षमता है निश्चयात्मिका decision is the nature of buddhi intellect now here what is the power of discrimination which takes the decision that is determination or the guidance which is done by the whatever power it is called buddhi nishchayatmak whatever is giving you the firmness okay this is good do it this is bad do it so whatever those type of things when coming in your inner senses so that means buddhi is taking over buddhi has taken its part buddhi is taking you forward so you want to do some like for example you are interested in doing the yoga education higher education so mind was first wavering one time mind was saying let me do it then another will say no 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 I will not do it so nishchayatmak sankalpa vikalpa were coming thoughts were coming and going that was man I will do it one day second hour you say no 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 let go I will not do it so this thing was coming going like those kind of things when it was happening like a wave it was the man but once it decided no I am going with it that was fine Hmm? Then Buddhi took it, I am doing it, Nishchay, decision. So when decision was taken, the part of decision taken by Buddhi, this is clear. Hmm? Let us go to the Ahamkaar. What is ego? Ahamkaar harta Ahamkar. Now this is very interesting. मैं पना मैं करता हूं यह भाव अहंकार कहलाता है आई एम करता आई एम डूअर दिस फीलिंग इज कॉल्ड ईगो नाउ हाउ यू विल गोइंग टू से you will say that oh I am now yogi I am yogi this is ahankara oh I am beautiful ahankara oh I am handsome ahankara I am rich ahankara so these all I-ness. This I-ness is called Ahankara in this shloka. It is very clearly defined. Let us go to the Chitta. Many times this is a very confusing state even in the most of the English translation when we go. Either it is in the Western world or even including the ex-communism bloc. What was happening? There was not a very clear difference between these so in you can see for thousands of years in yogic science it was very clear so mind means mind they will say mind means mind so they were not able to even understand the mind completely and then the separation in the mental level also was not available in the modern psychology which is being taught in most of the universities in the world so this was the yogic science yogic psychology चिंतन कृतः चित्तम जो चिंतन करता है वह चित्त कहलाता है दिस इज 13 श्लोका नंबर द कॉम्पिटेंस ऑफ थिंकिंग इज कॉल्ड चित्त नाउ दिस इज समथिंग वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग व्हाट इज चिंतन हियर द वर्ड इज ब्यूटीफुल काम चिंतन sometime I am explaining this word in the classes also chintan chinta so chinta is equal to worries this is done by man chintan is equal to contemplation this is chitta I-ness ego and decision is buddhi so these are very clear demarcation between man buddhi chitta ahankar as per definitions here there may be different perception or clarification given by different masters so we need not to go into the much of the argument discussion but make these things very simplified and that way we will do it like in a Jain If we'll go into Jain, they get the more different way of presentation. Sometimes Sankhya may give little more different master may talk different. But these are very clear, simple way to understand Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankar. Now, very interesting. Let us go further to this. What happens? 14 number is very interesting shloka. Huh? Now, each Mana, Buddhi, Chit, Ahankar, how they are moving in our life. See the beauty. Huh? मनसो देवता चंद्रमाः बुद्धिर्ब्रह्म अहंकारस्य रुद्र चित्तस्य वासुदेवः. मन के देवता चंद्रमा है, बुद्धि के ब्रह्मा, अहंकार के शिव और चित्त के वासुदेव. लेट अस सी व्हाट इट सेज इन इंग्लिश. Presiding deity of mind, man, is Chandrama, moon. Presiding deity of Buddhi is Brahma. Presiding deity of Ahankar, ego, is Rudra. Presiding deity of Chitta is Vasudeva. Now let us go to each one by one. Number one, presiding deity of mind is moon. Now why it is moon? Can anybody tell me why it is moon? Why moon has been taken into the presiding deity by our scriptures? What they are saying? Yes, please.
Changes its phase and means each and every phase it keeps changing. That is how mana and Briti's work. They keep on changing. The one it's happy, then at different phases.
Good.
Maybe the condition.
Very good, very nice. Now, moon is the smallest planet, upagraha, and its movement is fastest among almost all present planets in our solar system. In 14 and a half days, it changes its position, completes the position. Whereas the Saturn may take long time to evolve 2.5 years. Saturn moves 2.5 years. And moon is moving 15 days. Sun is on its own. So sun is said to be the king of planets and moon is said to be the queen. As per Jyotish, as per astrology also, what they say, if your mind is weaker, then you may have many problems. If your mind is weaker means your moon is weaker. So then as per astrology, they give us the options how you can make your mind more stronger to get better results in your life. So what they say, moon need to be balanced. When you can see full moon, there is a tide, big tide in the ocean. All ocean is imbalanced, disturbed. So on the full moon day, if as per astrology in your horoscope, if your moon is strong, full moon day is very good for you. You will do miracles in your life. You will be successful. You will have lot of money, wealth, as well as good reputation, respect, honor, and name and fame. So if your moon is strong, full moon is very good for you. Now if your moon is bad as per astrology, then the problems will be there. You will be having negative thinking, too much instability, phobia, fear, anger, frustration. All these things will start coming in your mind. Instability will be there because moon is weaker as per astrology. So that is why they say the moon is the deity of manas. Now another beauty is here. Those who are having the Shiva as their deity, main deity, what happens? Moon is on their head, Shiva's head. Crown of Lord Shiva is the moon. So moon will protect them. So if they're in astrology, if their mind is little weaker, so they can just continue making prayer or worshipping the Shiva, So ill effects of moon will be taken away. Mind will be more and more stable. So this is something very interesting to understand. Here in this Tattva Bodha, what we are seeing in shloka number 14, that mind mind's presiding deity is moon. Okay, so whenever moon is moving, person is moving. Person will be unstable. Now, second is very interesting. Buddhi. Buddhi's presiding deity is Brahma. Now, let us see what is Brahma. What is the job of Brahma? Brahma's job is creation. If you are a very good, intelligent person, you keep on having the creativity. You will do something good. You will go on the higher stage. You may be scientist, you may be philosopher, you may be artist, you may be creating, or even if you are at your own home, you may create something good. You will keep your things tidy. You will be highly a balanced person. Why? Because you have a buddhi. Your deity is Brahma. You will be creativity. You will have creativity. Those people who got a poor buddhi, they will be doing the things messy. Their life will enter into a messy. As per the astrology, also, the poor buddhi will be having the problems. Success will not be there, always struggle, always fighting, always complaining. So that means buddhi deity is not balanced. So what they say, you keep on meditating. It will improve your these things. Buddhi will be balanced and stronger. Then we come to ego, Ahamkar. Now this is very interesting. Ahamkar presiding deity is Shiva, Rudra. That is why you might have heard, you might be doing it. Many of you got meditation also. Shivoham. Now, aham means I. I am Shiva. Now, Shiva, the consciousness. There is a false ego. Here we are not talking of the false ego. False ego is the wrong identification with the Vishaya, with the objects, with the person, with the places, with the philosophy, with the knowledge. Anything which is surrounding you, when you identify falsely with that, that is called false ego. But when you identify with your true self, you become Shivoham. I am the Shiva. Shiva gives you that power to realize the true self, Ahankara. Then the last is Chitta. Chitta, what we just said, Chintana. Chintana means contemplation. Who can do the contemplation in the odd conditions, odd situations, tough time, rough time, when the things are not going good, something up and down, when the instability is there? What is going to make you the balance? Vasu. Vasu means who is the balancing, who is the sustaining. Vasudeva. Vasudeva is the incarnation of Vishnu. So Vishnu is the sustainer. So when the Chintan is there, Chintan means the stability. Chintan means on one point, on any one topic, you continue thinking on one topic selected by you. Mind, when it is having Chinta, there is no topic control. There is no control on your thinking. It is going hayway. There is no monitoring. There is no observation. There is no direction. That is called Chinta. When there is a direction in your thinking process, we call it Chintan. Let me just write for you. It will be very good for all of you to understand. When, please make note of that. When there is a direction in your thinking process with awareness, is called Chintan. And this is Chitta. These two things you note down. Manas and Chitta. This will be very clear here. Direction, Chintan and Chinta. And most of the time we all struggle on this aspect, especially in yoga and yoga therapy. We should know that where is your own antahakaran and where is the antahakaran of your student or your client or your patient. Whether patient is having chinta or chintan, patient is living most of the life on manas or on chitta. And here, when we are seeing the aspect of chitta mentioned in Patanjali Yoga Sutra, what they are saying, whether there is a contemplation or whether there is worry, those all things need to be cleared. That will take you to the state of yoga, yoga chitta vritti nirodha. So here Patanjali has used the word chitta, so that is implying that you are now free from mana buddhi chitta ahankar coloring from mana buddhi chitta ahankar, freedom. Okay, so now here we today we just conclude up to the shloka number 14, and then we will be taking up from the next uh, for the next week. So we can now uh, open for your questions if you have. Otherwise, we'll do some practical. Anybody got any question? Please feel free to ask.
Uh, Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om, Hari Om.
Guruji, as we have studied that Manas is like a cloud
Hmm.
and Chitta is like a vast sky. So, like it's coming, going, depending on our breaths. So here it means Chinta and Chintan. They are just part of this thing. So how come we relate it? Like I know no direction and all I have written. But suppose I have one thought right now. So that thought is with awareness, it has come, I'm thinking, Chintan. So how to differentiate between the two things?
Now, for example, uh, you want to eat gulab jamun. Huh? So you just very happy with this thought itself. Everybody is happy to have the gulab jamun or the chocolate. Huh? Now you have a thought to have the chocolate. So first going for the desired chocolate, man senses first came into the senses, eyes. Okay, you took it. Now you taste it, you enjoy it. So buddhi took the decision to pick it up. Huh? In the chitta, there was something already deep in your past history that yes, gulab jamun is something very good and we can go for it and it will give you pleasure. So chitta has come into that level from your subconscious mind, it picks up. It is now that way we can say in the Western language. So chitta was there. That oh gulab jamun, wow. Otherwise, how you can just take it into your system? But then all of a sudden, buddhi came another aspect. Buddhi first took the decision, eating. Then from the chitta something came also. It evolved that doctor has told you you have diabetes. So Buddhi started repenting. Oh, this was wrong decision. I should not have eaten the sweet. Sweet is not good for me. So these things will start playing. Otherwise, I will be sufferer. My health will be deteriorating. I will be not in good condition. Ego will start playing. That way, each aspect is very minute to play. So that is why sometime or many times there is a confusion between the mana, buddhi, chitta, ahankara. Uh, we will be taking many examples when, as and when timings are coming. All of a sudden, it is very difficult to clear what is man. In fact, knowing what is man itself is a big challenge for human life. Hmm? Because in many places I was surprised on even Google, internet, they have given half definitions of man, mind. It is not very clear. But anyhow, we are on the path of this yogic science and we are trying to go deep into understanding these terminology. Let us take another question. Jitatmanan, please go ahead.
So, how can we see the difference between these things in not only another person? I'm guessing you're going to say we have to look at how we do this in ourselves first, because we are the first practical patient. But yeah, that's my question. How do we assess these things? Because philosophically, it's nice. The story is wonderful, but then when you're approaching it in a practical way, to look at the imbalance of different area. This is important. How you explain. Then it is important to balance if the moon imbalance, if the moon is imbalanced, as opposed to Shiva imbalance,
No,
because we're
it
going to
is
get a different.
no, it is not. The moon is imbalance or Shiva is imbalance. They are the deity. When you are in the right sense, they are helping us. They are always there to help us, but are we ready to take their help? Parents are ready to help their children. Now, how many children are ready to take the advice of parents, especially after teenage? Even the young children, when they are being explained by the parents, they say, Daddy, you don't know. Mama, you don't know. Because we are like that. We are not ready to receive the powers what our presiding deities are there to give us. That is why we have a system of bhakti yoga. When you have a bhakti yoga, means you are now trying to connect, trying to match your individual frequency with the frequency of presiding deity. Then the things will start coming to you, communication starts. All right. This is a very interesting thing. You have to go deep into each of that very carefully. Things will really be giving you more, means surprises are there, exclamation, wonders are there when we'll be going deep into it. And sometime it is very difficult in a short a while to understand, oh, how come. This was the problem with the mostly Western psychologists, philosophers. They could not understand that what way the mind is being taken so many different levels, unless and until a person is going deep into meditation, higher level, then these things start coming from higher. Like say, when you have a view of your house, you can see your own home, own room where you are living. You go little far, you can see your home is smaller, but a sight, full sight from the outside is possible of your entire house. Now you have a bird's eye view. You go on the sky and see your house. It will be tiny house, but you can see the whole city. You can see, oh, these are the path, this is the way, these are the danger, these are the good, these are bad. So this way you can go into the house in a nicer way. Similar way, Rishi, Maharishi, Yogi, Mahayogi, they did the tap, sadhana. So they could see the differences between antahakaran and bahikarana. So antahakaran means internal apparatus, internal equipments or internal senses. So these things will be more and more clear when you go deep into your contemplation.